Channel 347 coming to you Runnymede Eco Eviction Special. It said to me today that quite a few people could turn up here next month. I'm speaking right from the middle of the woods in Runnymede right now, where next month they're going to celebrate the Magna Carta. And I had an interesting day today. I'm not going to go into too much detail of sculpts that you take on your journey through whatever journey you're on. But eco-villages are interesting because it was said to me once that it could be a training ground for the military, where they kind of look for certain kinds of people, or they put people through different kinds of training programs, and one of them was to kind of push the idea of eco-villages, which would have come from Al Gore and climate camp, fire, and then to occupy. They were the names that we used. And I came out yesterday with the idea of calling this Runnymede ISIS Eco. Now the first thing you might suddenly think is that it's got something to do with training camps, because it's connected to ISIS, the terrorist organisation running amok in Iraq. Oh, and they're in that area, isn't it? Anyway, the River Thames, but no, actually, the River Thames used to be called ISIS before it was called the Thames. It's kind of a mythology that apparently, if you're taking periods, then you are taking periods, then ISIS is an earlier period than the civilization we know. So, it was called ISIS before it was called the Thames. It became the Thames after the Romans came. So anyway, there is a sculpt taken today, and it's, thank you very much for the sculpt. It's personal, but it means a lot to me. And the other news is that the cabal that I called here a few weeks ago has changed shape slightly. And because of what happened today, it's like it's become a bit clearer. And the war that I kind of said I was fighting at that point has now got another recruit, possibly. So there's two of us now at war here. It's funny, one of the reasons I don't get asked. I'm not going to go on about that now, but there's another time for that. I kind of explained to people that, the BBC wouldn't interview me anyway because of what I'd be telling them. It's ridiculous. Why should they interview me? They kind of be the last person they want interviewed. Unless, of course, there's something else going on, and there is something else going on. And unfortunately for some, it's not what they think it is. And the line to take with you, to bed tonight is that this famous line: there's nothing you can do about it. There is nothing you can do about it. And it ties in with another one: we've already decided. Two lines are quite interesting for some people. They'll know, the time will come, but it ain't quite yet. And, the advice is really, which astrological cycle are you on? Because if you heard about the one that was written about, and that was coming as well, and do you know about that one? Because that's true too. There's nothing you can do about it. It's already been decided. Kind of true. Has already been decided, and if you're on the wrong, It's not a question of where you are, really. It's which direction you're going in. The song goes, I took a little walk, turned left at the fork. That was the butter, and this is the bitter. It could be your mother for all I fucking know. You gotta choose in Kawada where it's love or it's hate. That's just fate. You gotta choose in Kawada to, that's just love or it's hate. That's just fate. In the end, you know, the town gets painted you red. Did you not know that? So, you know, whoever you are and whatever part you think you play, remember, you know, remember, it's already been